Finally, when Finance and Public Accounts Committee laid their reports here, serious financial malpractice will be highlighted. This parliament looks like a toothless bulldog. Honorable Speaker, our budget session makes no sense. We don't need to come here and sit over national budget. It makes no sense. If it makes sense, let somebody prove that to me. We will approve budgets here, and at the end of the day, minister has the power to vary the budget anyhow he likes, without any due consideration to the law. It is highlighted in the report here, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, page 9, 3.2.8, non-environment notification. It is highlighted in the report that 30 million plus was wired without notifying the budget entities before or after by the Honorable Minister for Finance. Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members of Parliament, failure to approve environments, 246,223,000 was wired without evidence of approval by the Honorable Minister. These are some of the things that is happening. I'm not trying to vindicate the president, but he constituted the commission of the councils, and it is proven that what it's revealing at the commission is what exactly prevails there. It's what exactly prevails there. It is unfortunate that we are given only 3 minutes to debate on this important issue. I'm not happy at all. I swear, I am not.
And the recommendations highlighted by the FPAC is very key and very important. And I think what we should be doing as National Assembly, since FPAC is requesting that the various institutions should report back to them within a period of 30 days, we should now task FPAC to also report back to us, having received those reports, so that we can know whether the recommendations have been implemented or not. I think that is very key, because I've seen payment vouchers of $7 million being paid without vouchers. $7 million under Kanifing Area Council. This is a very serious thing, you know, and we need to look at them. These are very serious issues that we need to look at. There are deletions of rate transactions of 297,000. These are monies that, you know, our women who wake up 4 o'clock in the morning to go and pay these rates, at the end of the day, they are put in pockets of individuals. FPAC is telling us that they have done their investigation and this is what they have realized. And they have come up with recommendations. We are now tasking FPAC that you have recommended that within a period of 30 days, some of these people or some of these institutions should report back to you. Please, let's task FPAC that they should also report back to us so that we understand the status of implementation. That being the case, Honorable Speaker, I submit my submission.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Sabak. $246 million in environments that are unapproved environments. That's why when the Honorable Member for Sabak Sajal was speaking, I think he didn't have time to delve into the document thoroughly, because Section 29 of the Public Finance Act delves deep into environments and how they are done. And specifically, Section 3 of it, you know, it says that environment should be approved. Environment should be approved. And here it's saying $246 million in unapproved environments, meaning that it's against the Public Finance Act, just for rectification. Honorable Speaker, when it comes to the recommendation aspect of things, I think this our main problem in Parliament. We will make recommendations and it will just gather dust. I think it's high time, I've been saying it here time and time again, we really should be making our resolutions very legally binding. They should be binding and robust, and we should make sure that we make proper follow-ups when it comes to these things. I'm yet to see National Assembly following up on anything that has not been done, and there are consequences coming out of it. I hardly, since being here in Parliament, maybe those that have been here before us might help us out, but I'm yet to see any repercussions derived from some of these recommendations that we put down here in Parliament. We are losing billions of dollars, Honorable Speaker, and it's also high time that we also look into our whistleblower mechanisms. When someone sees any financial misconduct in some of these agencies or public institutions, to give them that space to be able to, make it known so that at least it will yield dividend for us, Honorable Speaker. So when it comes to when it comes to our public assets, Honorable Speaker, also, I think we need to look at the valuation process because most of our public assets are undocumented. Some are not valuated to know their proper worth. These are all things that are really hampering our progress as a country. And also, Honorable Speaker, just to close, I think we need to make a sectoral constitution commission, multi-sectoral constitution.
Thank you.
Page 99, looking at what KMC is doing. Also, the GTR has not been recorded by some of these councils. And you can see some of these things being revealed at the commission as we speak. So for me, the committee really need to take a very, very firm resolution in ensuring that these things are addressed, because the local governments are very, very important to our daily lives, more especially to our community. So as such, some of these things need to be addressed. Also, looking at the general recommendations, it talks about the digitalization of revenue and non-tax collections to be done. I think this process also needs to be expedited, and in your recommendations, we really need to give it a timeline to ensure that government revenues are digitalized, or otherwise it will just be a waste on us. Also, the judiciary. I think a lot of malpractices have been happening at the judiciary. And as such, we really need to have mechanisms to actually ensure that these things wouldn't reoccur again, because this is an institution that Gambians have so much trust in, and if they are also playing around with our resources, then we are not still secured. Ministry of Health, a lot has been, no, the general recommendation, check on it. Also on the Ministry of Health, if you look at Buyam, you look at Bansang, you look at Farafenye, you look at Kanifing General Hospital, for me, a lot is happening around those institutions, and they also need to be regulated.
And in fact, looking at the report, if you go to page 101, deletion of rate transaction, that's fraud. That's fraud. And these are things that, in fact, I believe some of the people understand that I'm coming on a matter of the resolution that we are taking in Parliament. People need to be arrested and they need to pay the prices that they are doing. And look at, sadly, a whole council is not producing a credible report, a whole council. And you see people say taxpayers' money, taxpayers' money. We know that our women, our ladies, every day they've been collecting money from them. All for us to sit down and make sure that those people's money are not put into use. And you think this is acceptable? And then the government must bear the responsibility. And us as the National Assembly. Because if the IGP is here today, I expect some people to be arrested now. From here, let them be arrested. They go to remand until they prove what is there. We have to be a serious government. We have to be a serious people. People cannot be sitting down doing whatsoever, because in this arena today, how can you say poor record keeping? How can you say fraud? And on this arena of today where we are, and we want to be moving with it, you making on a daylight. I saw it on the headline. How can you be robbing people? You buy a land, lease it, and you want to sell it for 15 million? You are making business on people, and you expect to be living free to go? We cannot accept that. And also, going back to the recommendation, this recommendation that we have, I think my colleagues have them. It's not about recommendation, it's about acting on recommendation. This recommendation, people need to act. It's action that we need. And the action is, if I were...
So I think, Honorable Speaker, we have to be very, very serious. You cancel a check, it was mentioned as cancelled, and down there it was cast. How were they cast when they were cancelled? Honorable Speaker, if you go to page 122, where we have seen local government coming to FPAC without no financial statement, they are not even prepared. They only come and sit in front of experts and look at them. What are they doing? Doing all these past years? I think, Honorable Speaker, we need to be very serious as a parliament. And the other thing also, which we have to look at also very seriously. Here we are referring to 2017 to 2021, and we are giving our recommendations. From 2021 to date, has there any adjustment been done or not? We need to know, has there any adjustment been done or not? If at all these recommendations are given and sent for further investigation, and it comes to be zero. If you go to BGC, there are staffs who were given loan, they are no more employed, some of them are nowhere to be seen. How can those staff be traced? I think we have to be very serious as a government, we have to be very serious as a parliament to do the proper follow-up and to do the needful. But not always coming here with recommendations when they are given, as some of my colleagues have mentioned, there's no proper follow-up. You give it to the police do their investigation, and next minute they are waiting for justice to advise. Advice till when? After our time, the next time comes, and they are still waiting for the same advice. Let's look at the way forward as parliamentarians. We make laws. Let's create laws that can be there.
A strong resolution, let the perpetrators be brought before the book. We cannot allow taxpayers' money to be missing like this. The institutions, they don't have credible financial statement, no sufficient documents to the auditors. This is a great economic loss to the Gambian people. So this tells us that the country, we are not poor. We have thieves within us, both at the councils, at the government level, at the central government level. So action must be taken. This report also has shown institutional weaknesses. It has seen misuse of funds, violation of financial rules. Honorable Speaker, cancellation of checks and those checks been withdrawn. So we just make this only simple recommendations. It's beyond recommendation. As another person said, IGP must act now to arrest and let them be bailed. Then we see what we can do. Honorable Speaker, this is a serious betrayal of trust. The councils were elected by the people. We expected that they serve for the purpose. But what we see is enriching themselves, violating the rules. Some are, in fact, without financial disciplines in their institutions. I rest my case. But we need to develop a resolution at the end of the day.
Thank you very much, Honorable.
I think someone else also highlighted it. I think we should now move from commitment to action. This parliament have been doing a lot of justice to reports. I think even the 30 days recommendation that they are giving is too much. They should have been given 1 week or less. Anybody who is found wanting should face the full force of the law. Gambians has gone through a lot. Our own mothers, our electorates, poor women in the street cannot be paying their tax to the council, and the authorities continue to enjoy, and these vulnerable women continue to suffer. It's unacceptable. Honorable Speaker, going through the report again, still on the Kanifing General Hospital, on page 103, column 6128, areas of race. Honorable Speaker. 103. Areas of rate, Honorable Speaker, which also is amounting to 2,042,450,956 dollars, and another amount of 2,053,404,553.58 butut for the year 2020, 2021, respectively. These were in respect of residential and commercial rates. Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nominated Member Fatou K. Jawara. I now invite the Honorable Member for Old-Yundum.
Speaker, I am withdrawing. I didn't know it's my time. I'm giving it to majority.
I now invite the honorable member for Nyamina West.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I join my friends to thank the committee on, or my colleagues, yes, they are my friends too, Kevin, to thank this committee, that's FPAC, for a well-presented report, very neat, and I recommend that all other committees to emulate them. I like the cover, but please let the Parliament make all other reports in this form or in this way. Coming to the report, I will just want to refer us to the conclusion, where just a paragraph where I have everything that I want to discuss, where it's second paragraph, where you can see weakness. It presents weakness of the public financial institutions, the management across the entire review. You can also see where it says financial frauds, unauthorized environments, poor records, and so on and so forth. That paragraph, weak institutions. So I'm very much disappointed myself. I joined my fellow Honorable Central Badib on his presentation. And I think the central government, especially through the Ministry of Finance, should be a role model to live to expectation and put their house in order before you can put others in order. This will bring me to the environment. I'm not saying that the public finance, how to call it, act is not supporting environments, but the manner and the way you do it. And we've seen a lot of environments that are not approved by the minister himself. So are you telling me now the PS or a director can approve environments? If that is the so case, I blame committee chairmen. I wish I was a committee chair. Now this is on your hands. We are not just here to be talking loud, and that the one who speaks here louder is the most recommended or most hardworking. It does not just stop there. Committee chairmen are put there to do a tax for the government, for the Gambian people. You are not just there to be benefiting as a committee chair. So the committee chair, it's up to you and the members of the committee to take this in both hands to make sure things are fixed in this country. The findings are already there. Why investigations again? To the councils, the same thing. Poor records keeping, receipts not matching the order is. Why this all? Why are we entertaining it? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Public money as their own money in their family compounds. They spend it anyhow they want. Honorable Speaker, something needs to be done with this. Something needs to be done. We cannot leave these things to go this way. People should be put. I think FPAC now, you need some people to sit there whenever you are ready. If people have found one thing, let them be taken away from there. In that committee, this is not telling well at all. This is very, very sad by going over this report. You will know that we have money that can give us our basic needs. Look at some on confirmed compensation to former abandoned victims. You are supposed to compensate some people. You don't give their names. You don't give their numbers. You cannot identify them, and you said they are compensated. That is very serious. People who are crying now, you give them more. You don't know whether this money are even reached to them. It's a question whether the money are even reached to them. Huh? Unjustified single source procurement. You have laws that you should follow. You deliberately, blindly, you don't want to follow those laws. You should be found wanting. Huh? Detach receipts from the book. You detach receipts. You detach them. Huh? No, this is sad. It's very, very sad. Payment vouchers, not found. Close to $7 million some dollars.
and people are left, you go home, drive your car, and you go and sleep. With 7 million in your pocket, which is not accounted for. Ticket serials is not matched with what you submitted. Honorable Speaker, it's very sad by reading this report. You can see that we have individuals who are really making this country to suffer. You are paid your salary. Whenever adjustment is made, adjustment is given to you. You still want to